I'm not gonna make it through.
If we let them.
I literally think I can feel Lil. Yep. God, I'm so weak to this song. Hello, gals, blokes, and all other folks. My name is Mortius, and today we are here with our first ever revisit on the channel. 2 entire years ago, I checked out the Wicked Medley by VoicePlay for the first time, harkening back to an era where I actually took the time to make my tie into fancy knots, when my glasses looked like this, my hair was a lot shorter, but other than that, pretty much everything was the same. This is actually the same shirt and vest as back then, which is wild to me. This thing has gotten me some good times. This is actually a different prescription, so I am going to change it back for the reaction itself. But, you know, I wanted to go a little bit nostalgic for the first one. I also had a goatee. I don't know who let me think that was a good idea. I watched back on those videos and I'm like, it's so scruffy. Who let me do that for like 4 years of my life? All that to say, holy cow, what a journey this has been over the last 2 years. To all of you who have been here since my Wicked Medley reaction, thank you. Thank you to the 26,000 people who watched that. Like, the fact that the fact that if you took all of the people who live in the town I currently live in, and then you would need 5 of those to equal the amount of people who watched my Wicked reaction, is really amazing and special to me. I mentioned 2 whole years ago that one day I wanted to come back and really revisit this one once I had heard it a few times, had a chance to think more, and then I never did. But people have been asking, they're like, come on, when are you gonna do it? When are you gonna do it? When are you gonna do it? And I just haven't prioritized it. And so the patrons prioritized it for me. The patrons themselves voted for this revisit as their patron pick. Instead of anything new, they really wanted me to check this out. And honestly, I'm pumped. I'm so glad they did, because I really genuinely wanted to check this out again. I am sitting down for a couple reasons. One, I'm absolutely exhausted. It's been such a wild day for me. 2, I anticipate this being a pretty long video because it is a 7-minute and 42-second medley that I'm reacting to, and I am going to be going a little bit deeper into the analysis. So I'm anticipating this being a bit of a marathon. And also, I was sitting in the first one, so we're leaning into the nostalgia, y'all. So, all that to be said, I'm really excited for this. Place your bets right now in the comments if you think I will be able to get through for good without crying. That's going to be my test for myself. So yeah, go right now, go in the comments and say what timestamp you currently are at in the video and whether or not you think I'm going to cry it for good. But this is already going to be a long enough video, so I should cut this intro now. Without any further ado, I'm going to go change into my actually correct prescription, and we are going to hop in for the second time to the Wicked Acapella Medley VoicePlay featuring Rachel Potter and Imoni Wilkins.
Nothing grows for the wicked, they reap only what they've sown.
Love this cover so much. This is probably one of my most rewatched and re-listened to VoicePlay videos. So you'd think I would have actually been thinking and prepping things to say, but we'll see. But
nothing grows for the wicked, they reap only what they've sown.
Starting with just Caesar on that, no backgrounds, no nothing, and even pretty minimal post-production. I feel like oftentimes VoicePlay and a lot of other groups, if they start with just one person, they really like make it feel isolated by adding like a lot of extra echo and things like that. You know what I mean? And there definitely is some post on this. Don't get me wrong.
Nothing grows for the wicked.
It has a little bit of echo, but it's not much. Like, it really just feels like Caesar in almost like the rawest form, just taking this intro through. And then
only what they sow.
And the very small crescendos happening here is one of my favorite techniques in vocal music. Love it.
The wicked. No one cries, they won't return. No one lays a lily on the grave. No one cries, they won't return. No one lays a lily on the grave.
And like everyone else, like it would have been so easy for all the rest of them to do like a grave. You know what I mean? Like have the have even in the backgrounds. But no, they just hit you with grave. While Caesar gives us that have to really like emphasize his part of it. It says like the emotion in his voice. Because this is a very emotion-driven musical. You know what I mean? Like it is very character-driven. Like if you actually pay attention to the plot of Wicked, it falls apart so quickly. But that does not get rid of any of my enjoyment toward it, because everything about it is just driven by the characters and the emotions. And so this song, like Caesar coming in with just
no one cries, they won't return.
Like that, no one cries, they won't return. Like there's so much emotion and character acting in Caesar's voice here, as it should be.
No one lays a lily on the grave. The good man scores the wicked. Through their lives our children learn. What we miss when we misbehave.
What we miss when we miss. I love that. When we miss. I have like deja vu. I'm pretty sure I drew extra attention to that when we miss in my original one. I don't know how much effort Mason's gonna put into like finding the pieces of the original and putting it into this one.
What we miss when we misbehave.
What we miss when we miss. Like I really liked that, the tonality of that, just like what we miss when we miss is really good. Listen to that. But like, I don't know, it's really cool.
Children learn what we miss when we misbehave. And goodness knows the wicked's love. And goodness knows the wicked's love so lonely.
The like, the extended symbol, the way that Elaine does the like, and he keeps that going for a little bit. And it's interesting because like it's almost a slightly more closed sound. It's not shh, like you're shushing someone. It's shh. Hear the difference? Maybe. I don't know how well it's going to come through a microphone, but like shh, those are different. And like that shh very much feels like that extension of the symbol sound like this. Oh, wait, hold on, actually. Oh! Who? Who's doing the ch? I don't see it. Hold on. Is it Ellie? Because it's not Lane, unless it's, layered. There we go. I couldn't think of that word. Unless it's his own voice layered on top of itself. But there's a very clear and that shh continues. But during that shh, you can see Lane continuing his drums. What is happening there? It's not. I don't see anyone doing that. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I don't know. They must be layering it on top, but it's cool musically. Ooh, hold on. Like a little mini version of my favorite thing. I think they do it somewhere else in here. Hopefully we talk about it. If I'm doing a deep dive analysis that is also a celebration of 2 years of this channel, I gotta talk about that technique at some point, right? But that's such a small example of it. I'll save it for if they do it more later. But plus, it's not perfect because we do still have Jeff doing a little bit of the do-do-be-doom, and if it's my favorite technique, there's none of that in the background, but they do cut out a lot of it. Also, I don't know if I said this in the original, but Rachel's eye makeup is incredible. I forgot about that. I know I talked about that in my original video. Doom-ba-da-doom-ba-doom. It's such a fun little riff. And the way they kind of repeat that for the emphasis there, like, come on, listen to this. And then like the way it's the backgrounds, like it's almost like the background suggests the idea, Imoni says it, and then Jeff brings it home. Like it does such a good job of re-emphasizing the message in different ways. God! Wicked, they reap only what they've sown. Good news. And that the key change there, it's not a complex key change by any stretch of the imagination. Because basically they just switch from one to the other. There's no like crazy transitions except for the slide, but it still is just done so expertly. Good news. Good news. Oh. When I meet the wizard, once I prove my worth. I love Rachel's voice so much. What just happened to me? I was just I was just watching Wicked there for a moment. Gosh, I had so much to say in the beginning and then I didn't say anything there. I was just transported to this scene of the musical. Hold on. And then I'll meet the wizard, what I've waited for since birth. He'll say to me, whoa, hold on. Actually, that is something I haven't noticed before. Listen to this. Is that Lane? When I meet the wizard. Yeah, Lane's doing this like... I can't actually do it, but he's like imitating this like almost heartbeat sound on top of what Jeff is doing with that. The wizard, once I prove my worth. That's cool. And then I'll meet the wizard, what I've waited for since birth. He'll say to me, I see who you truly are, a girl on whom I can rely, and that's how we'll begin. The wizard and I, dancing through life. Oh, I'm so happy right now. Oh, thank you, patrons, for and the wizard and I. And the way, hold on, let me. The wizard and the wizard and I. Is that octaves? God, I'm so discombobulated right now. But I just love the way, like, it flows so well that it almost sounds at first, if you're not watching it, it almost sounds at first like it just, Rachel goes, the wizard and I, which wouldn't even be out of character for VoicePlay. But the fact that it's Ellie doing it above Rachel hitting the correct, or I shouldn't say correct, but hitting the original note, for then Ellie to hit up there, then riff into a key change for Dancing Through Life. Ah!
A girl on whom I can rely, and that's how we'll begin. The wizard and I. Dancing through life, skimming the surface, gliding where turf is smooth.
This is like the only, like, this is purely, again, this is top 5 voice play for me. The fact that the first and one of the only criticisms I have is not really actually musical says a lot. I don't even want to call it a criticism. It's just a Mortius wish. Is purely the fact that I think Dancing Through Life is one of the most underrated pieces of the Wicked soundtrack. I really, really do. I think it's super underrated, and I love the way that in the original, it's so like dancing through life, skimming the surface, gliding where turf is smooth. You know, it's like, it's almost smarmy. Like, he's supposed to be this guy who's just like ultimate himbo status, you know? Like, I feel like taking it up the octave and doing that, dancing through life, skimming the surface. Like, I'm just like, he sounds too nice. He's almost supposed to be a little bit slimy. Like, this is the everyone's still a terrible person song. This is the before everyone gets better. So I don't know. I almost feel like as much as I really love Ellie's interpretation of this, it's just emotionally so different. I just talked about in the beginning of this very reaction how much Wicked is a musical driven by the characters and the emotion. So I'm just like, I don't know. You know what I almost feel like? I know he's not in this, but I was trying to think, I'm like, if not Ellie, who? I'm like, even Caesar's too sweet. Like, you know who? Not saying that the person I'm about to mention isn't all smarmy, but I just feel like you could pull it off really well. You know who I want Dancing Through Life from? Janon. That's what I want. Just like that. Where's my key? Dancing through life, skimming the surface, gliding where turf. You know what I mean? Smooth. Like, he's just so I don't know. Again, that's me being super picky, super specific. I just love the way the delivery happens, the original, and it's the only part of the, I think, whole medley that I actually wish was a little closer to the original. But that's nitpicky.
Dancing through life, skimming the surface, gliding where turf is smooth.
I did not look at Rachel. What is this? Like, look at Rachel's stance here. Get it, girl. Heck yeah.
Life's more painless for the brainless. Why think life's more painless for the brainless?
The wizard and I for the brainless. Like, listen to that.
Life's more painless for the brainless. Why think too hard?
That's cool.
When it's so
Dancing through life, no need to tough it when you can slough it off.
And the speed at which the backgrounds change, like,
when it's so
and the way that Lane does the doom, 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 boom, 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 like the way he leads into it under Jeff's note there. So, and then we get this like almost like remix happening in the background here.
It's just life, so keep dancing through.
And see, like that, I'm totally fine with. I don't want anyone to be like, oh, you just like Dancing Through Life, so you don't want them to change it. It's just the delivery aspect. Because even that, there is nothing like... Dancing Through, yeah! Is not even close to anything in the original, and I love it. That's a fantastic change. That's super fun. Leading into Popular, I think, is next. So yeah, like, I love the changes they make. It's purely just, I love Fiero's delivery in the original, and so I was sad I didn't get a little bit more of a replication here, is all I was trying to say earlier. Oh no. I just looked at my recording software and saw that my raw footage is at 21 and a half minutes, and I'm 2.5 minutes into the recording. Uh-oh. Or 2.5 minutes into the video, I mean.
Don't be offended by my break analysis. Think of it as personality dialysis. Now that I've chosen to become a palace sister and advisor, there's nobody wiser. Oh, not when it comes to popular. I know about popular, and with an assist from me.
To the la 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 la's happening in the background is so fun. God, I'm so happy. I really need to see this live again. Can you guys tell this is my second favorite musical of all time? I love it so very much. I know it is not at all a risky opinion to be like, oh, Wicked is good. Like, obviously, but like, come on. Like, come on.
Be who you be instead of cheering who you are. Well, there's nothing that can stop you from becoming popular.
And then Lane hitting us with that is just so fun. I forgot about I forgot that they actually overplay or interpose or whatever I'm trying to say, Popular and Emerald City together. Such a cool choice. This is a Jeff arrangement, right? Yeah. Oh. And the way that she, like, listen to the way, like that, the la la la, the way Amoni keeps those laws going while also helping lead into Emerald City before going back to Popular.
Just not quite as popular.
Okay, so here's my, I think, only other gripe. We'll see. We still have 4 minutes left, and I'm doing a deep dive analysis, which means in addition to all the things I love, I can be picky. My one other thing is, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, that's all we get of One Short Day into the Emerald City, right? So my question is, Jeff, if you're going to take the time to give a little itty bitty shout out to Emerald City. Normally, I can't be like, oh, why didn't you include my favorite song in the medley? Oh, the medley should include all the music. Oh, this, that, and the other. Normally, I would not complain because you cannot put an entire show into one medley. But if you're going to figure out a way to sprinkle just a little hint of Emerald City into Popular, you couldn't give me any, as long as you're mine, none of it. It's so, it breaks my heart. I think As Long As You're Mine is honestly one of the best, like, romance songs on Broadway. And I know that is a bold claim, but it's just because it feels so real. Like, so much of this musical is fairy tale, and so much Broadway romance is fantastical and fairy tale and all of that, that just having like that all pause and having one moment where it's just two people making the most of just for this moment, as long as you're mine. It's beautiful, and it makes me so sad that I got none of it in this medley. It is like the only thing that actually could have, forget the delivery criticism from earlier, I can live without that. The only real thing that would have made this medley better for me is the inclusion of As Long As You're Mine. And you sprinkled in Emerald City. You're talented enough. You could have put just a taste somewhere for me, Jeff. Anyways.
Who's wonderful, they think I'm wonderful. Hey, look who's wonderful, this corn-fed hick. Who said it might be keen to build a town of green and a wonderful road of yellow brick?
Go and hunt her and find her and kill her. Kill the witch and hunt her.
I forgot about Jeff's face there. Caesar's face here. Okay. I'm glad I'm not a witch. That part's so fun. I'm not paying attention to the backgrounds. Oh, there's knocked. Okay. There's... Speaking of transitions that I'm in love with, here we go. I don't actually know if OBS has like a recording limit, but I don't want to risk things getting corrupted, so I'm going to take a quick pause. I'm actually going to stop, and I'm going to start a new recording. Sorry, Mason, but I'm sure it won't be too hard to splice them together. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, let's go back. Whoa, hold on. That, like, there's something happening in the background that's just like, that's cool. The octave harmonies as they bring everything down, like, to go from this, like, much more intense Kill the Witch song to one of the softest songs in the whole musical, besides As Long As You're Mine. Listen to how the backgrounds... Even the background slowed down. Like, Lane's just like... Boo, tsh, boo, tsh, boo, tsh, boo, tsh. Like, he's even slowing down his thing. Like, they're doing, like, a slow transition tempo with the backgrounds, which is so cool. And everything quieting down, that punished by good. While the vocal percussion slows down the tempo, they sort of quiet out underneath. Just let Amoni and Caesar take us through. So good. Come on, Mortius, hold it together. Will this be the first time in your life that you make it through any cover of friggin' For Good without crying? We'll see. I'm pretty sure, Mason, find this clip. I'm pretty sure in the original, I started crying just when the doom, 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 doom started happening. So, interesting that... I literally went into this going, all right, Mortius, it's been years. You can make it through For Good without crying on camera. And literally all they had to do was doom, 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 and I actually felt my eyes warm. I'm pathetic. I've already beaten previous Mornius. I'll say that much. At least I've done better than him, but I don't have high faith.
I've heard it said that people come and
This is actually a really good example of what I was talking about all the way at the beginning, where there'll often be a lot more reverb and echo to emphasize someone singing alone, and how I was talking about how at the beginning, Caesar doesn't have as much of that on him. Listen to the difference. See, I'm gonna pause and go back so I break up for good and don't start crying. Listen to the difference between...
I've heard it said that people come into our lives.
So listen to how echoey that is versus
Nothing grows for
Night and Day. When you play it like that,
what they
when you really like hear it one after the other, you can really hear how night and day that is.
That people come into our lives for a reason.
So everything I was describing at the beginning, when I was saying normally when a voice is alone, they add all these effects, but I had a hard time articulating it. Everything I was trying to articulate is what they've done to Amoni's voice here. Everything I was saying they could have done to Caesar's voice and chose not to. So here, they're wanting her to feel isolated, alone, very... like she's literally just singing alone in an echo chamber. Like she's reaching out and the only thing coming back is her own voice.
That people come into our lives.
Versus up here, when they just wanted it to feel like Caesar was singing raw, like it's just him. There's no production, there's no anything. There is some, obviously, but it's not designed to be heard. That's a really cool difference. Okay. Here we go.
That people come into our lives for a reason. Bringing something we must learn.
and we are led to those who help us most
not gonna make it
grow
through.
if we let them.
Frick, dude. I'm so screwed. I literally think I can feel a little... Yep, it already happened. It literally already happened. It was just a touch in the outer corner of my eye. God, I'm so weak to this song.
And we are led to those who help
And
us.
Jeff hit with
we
that...
are led
Just very subtle, just giving support underneath this without taking any attention off of it.
to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return.
Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you.
Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun. Like a
God dang it, dude! Why is this song truly my emotional kryptonite? Fully, like, I'm not even making an excuse and saying, oh, there's a little moisture in the corner of my eye. There are tears on my cheek. I'm so weak.
like a comet pulled from orbit.
The in the background. I'm gonna really try to focus on the background instead of the lyrics. Maybe that'll help me survive.
Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun. Like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better?
I do believe I have been changed for the better.
And that right there is one of my favorite two-part harmonies in all of Broadway. Is the I do believe I have been changed for the better. So I'm so glad they kept that in. It would have been so easy to play with those harmonies, add extra harmonies in the background, but they chose not to. Jeff chose not to, and I love it.
The word. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better because I knew you.
Because I knew you.
I forgot about that part. It's been so long since I've watched the original.
Because I knew you.
Look at the way. Look at the way Caesar looks at Jeff. Like, the love that these men all have for each other and what they have brought to all of us as fans, what they have brought to me as a person, the absolute honor that I have had that I get to react to these guys and even occasionally interact with them, the genuine friendship, still baffles me that I can use that word, that I've been able to develop with Caesar. And then there's so many people in my life that I can say, because I knew you, I've been changed for good. And I can say that to Caesar, and that expression is all you need for Caesar to say that to Jeff. And I'm so honored that you all have let me do this for so long. It's been 2.5 years that I have been able to do these reactions. Did you know the average YouTube channel's actual shelf life is 2 to 3 years? It's a stat I found out recently. If there is not a massive change in content that brings in completely new viewership, the average channel is 2 to 3 years. That's just the nature of the algorithm. I'm at 2.5, and the numbers aren't what they used to be, but I don't care. The love and support that I get from those of you who have stuck around, the amount of people who I could probably go find who has commented on the original Wicked video and are still in my Discord, are still patrons, will probably be commenting on this one it's astonishing. I am truly honored to get to do this for you all for as long as I have. Thanks to all of you, and thanks to VoicePlay, and thanks to Caesar, and thanks to Jeff, and Lane, Ellie, and... Oh, duh, they are 4 now. Well, while I'm at it, J-Nun, Earl, and everyone who's collaborated with them, it's amazing. For a second, I felt like I was forgetting someone, because I keep forgetting there are 4 currently. Okay, anyways, that's my crisis breakdown for now.
Better because I knew you.
They're just all looking at each other.
Because I knew you, I have been changed.
Together you are unlimited. Together you are unlimited. Oh! I'm so glad they had so many voices together on Together. Oh.
I hope you're happy in the end.
Another good harmony.
I hope you're happy, my friend.
You know what I'm really curious about? I don't think I mentioned this in my original because back then I was afraid of people getting mad at comparisons. And now I don't care. I am me, unabashedly in every way. I am myself and I am proud of that. What I'm really curious about is there's an old Wicked medley by Nick Patera and Peter Hollins that transitions in pretty much the exact same way. Wait. Hold on. Am I being silly? Gosh, it's been so long since I've actually listened to the original. I might be being ridiculous. I think I'm being so silly. I think I was about to say that Jeff did the exact same transition as a different medley, and I wonder if that was coincidence or like an inspiration. And then I was like, no, silly brain. That's just the original musical. I'm having a breakdown right now. I don't think you understand everything that is going on in my brain and heart right now. And then... and listen to her like, look! That little bit of grip in her voice that I can't replicate. That little bit of like almost grit, growl, and look is so good. Okay, let's take this through to the end. I need that transition one more time.
I hope you're happy, my friend.
And listen to Lane here.
Chance to
And I love everyone going on the same like length notes with no like, everyone deserves a chance to fly. And the background's really fun.
Someone told me lately, everyone deserves a chance to fly. And if I'm flying solo,
At least I'm flying free. To those who drown me, take a message back for me. Tell them how I'm so sorry, Mason. I don't know how you're gonna choose to balance the audio between me and them. If you need to just completely mute me, that's so fine. But I couldn't not.
everyone deserves a chance to fly. And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. To those who ground me, take a message back from me. Tell them how I am defying.
And all these bell tones in the background, the dum 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 dum, giving that like that momentum as we're carrying through to the very end of this piece.
I am defying gravity. I'm flying high, defying gravity. And soon soon I'll match them in renown. And nobody in all of us, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna.
Wait,
No wizard that there is or was.
I don't think I noticed in my original reaction that they listen to the backgrounds.
All of us, no wizard that there is or was.
You can still be with the wizard. Like that's so interesting.
Nobody in all
What a
of
cool choice from
us,
Jeff
no
there.
wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me
Bring in like so.
down.
I forgot how long they let her just have that. And Jeff hit us with that's like, ooh, ooh, in the background as everything just like flashes to the green silhouettes. Oh, come on. Let me get that. Let me get that. Pause. Come on. How do you... Isn't there a way to, like, scrub, like, frame by frame? I thought you could do that. Am I misremembering? Dang, I thought you could. I want to, like, get that little moment, like, right there, but just before the white. I swear I'm going to make that my desktop background. It's been the same background for long enough. Oh, man. God, absolutely exceptional. And yeah, like I said, with everyone just going to that incredible, like, harmony at the end, that... But then not even holding the like just like the energy of holding the second to last note for the longest, that just like this is such an interesting choice. It's so cool. I'm so warm right now. It's not even warm in my house. I'm pretty sure it's 68 in my house right now, and I feel like I'm overheating. I like just gave myself a stroke by reacting so hard. Not actually, I'm okay, I promise. I probably shouldn't joke about that, I'm so sorry. But, man, so good. There's nothing after this one, right? Yeah, no. Oh, that was a marathon of a reaction, wow. Thank you to my patrons for giving me an excuse to revisit that one. Thank you so much to all of you who have been here with me over the last 2.5 years of my life. Like, you guys have been with me through different homes, different states, different jobs, like 3 different recording studios. I'm just so honored, truly, that I get to do this for all of you. My hair looks like a mess. If I'm gonna give a heartfelt outro, I need to finish my outfit and cover my hair. It really does make so much of a difference when my hair's a mess if I have my headphones on. Or maybe my hair's a mess because my headphones are on. Who knows? All I know is this video is probably approaching an hour of raw footage at this point. I should probably put Mason out of his misery. So I'm not going to make this a crazy long outro, but truly, thank you all so much. Thank you to the patrons who support me and make videos like this possible. Thank you so much to those who voted for this one. And this was really, really fun. I guess I'd be down to do this again. I don't know if there's any that like would have enough of an emotional response to justify it. But if you want to see another revisit, hey, let me know and I'll consider it. I had more fun with this than I expected to. I hope it actually gets good views, even though it's the second time I've done this on the channel. But yeah, this was absolutely phenomenal. I appreciate you visiting. And as always, gals, blokes, and all other folks, I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye!